The Scary Movie 6 trailer has just dropped online, and it looks fantastic. Let's talk a little bit about it.
What's your favorite scary movie?
Be afraid. Be very afraid.
I want to be a fighter, like you.
Oh, let it burn! Let it burn!
Did you miss me?
You have to shoot them in the head. They always come back.
The boat can leave now. Tell the crew.
Well, sometimes that is better.
Good luck.
Hey everybody, I'm Killjoy Jake, and instead of having friends, I have horror movies. If you're excited for Scary Movie 6 as much as I am, then make sure to like this video and subscribe for more updates on this one coming very soon. Also, the best way to help out the page is by becoming a Patreon supporter, where you can check out exclusive trailer reaction videos that YouTube won't really allow me to post without risk of getting a copyright strike. Also, today, March 2nd, is the very last day to pick up the Stab collection over at our merch store, so go check that out now before it's gone forever. That link is also in the description below if you want a really cool ass t-shirt, dad hat, or sticker. Thank you to everyone who keeps me in business. Now let's get into the trailer breakdown. Aptly titled Just Scary Movie, the 2026 horror parody film sees the return of the Wayans brothers, who have been absent from this franchise since the 2001 sequel, Scary Movie 2. This is a pretty big return, as the Wayans were axed from the series that they created that still ended up continuing with 3 more sequels after that, featuring varying degrees of quality, of course. Leslie Nielsen steals the show as the president in part 3, however. Rest in peace to that comedy legend. Regardless, those sequels seem to lose something without Shorty lighting up in the background or Ray frisking up the male cast. Now, not only is this series back, but also the Wayans brothers touch at what seems to be the dawn of a comedy revolution at the movie theater. Getting into the trailer, it starts off with a bunch of masked murderers on a train in a scene that is clearly parodying the subway sequence from Scream 6. Multiple horror characters are hanging out here like Jason, Leatherface, Pinhead, and Heart Eyes. The latter there wasn't featured in the 2023 Ghostface outing and is a really nice update, by the way. That's mostly because Heart Eyes didn't exist, let alone be a horror icon yet, but I still appreciate it. Now let's just get Johnny from In a Violent Nature in here and we will be all set. Timu Megan does a little dance up to Discount Mindy Meeks Martin and stabs them. Addressing the elephant in the room, the humor in this flick is obviously not going to work for everybody, but I did find it to be oddly disarming here. This trailer doesn't feel like it's being malicious or specifically targeting one group or the other. If you're down for some buckshot juvenile satire that's also honing in on the current state of the horror genre, this movie is very specifically for you. And if you don't really care about those kinds of things, then just skip these updates. It's all good. That's totally cool. We then get our first look at Marlon Wayans as a grown-up Shorty. He hasn't changed a bit, however, with the same outrageous high-pitched laugh, and he's even chillin' and killin' with his old pal Ghostface. Behind them is The Wheel, with a bunch of different fates written on it like drink till you stink and toke till you choke. I really hope I don't get eat cockroach again. I'm still pooping out little bug legs. The sheriff in town tells us that a killer is on the loose again as Ghostface pays a visit to Tuesday Addams. I imagine that her and Timu Megan are going to have some sort of dance-off here in this flick. Next up, we catch up with Cindy at her humble abode, where she's taken on the Laurie Strode or Grandma Iris role of barricading herself inside. Her place is surrounded by sharp wooden pikes and barbed wire, and her hair is giving Miss Frizzle if the magic school bus ran on crack. It's revealed that this film is targeting the requel trend by following Cindy's daughter, who pays her mom a visit with her Richie Kirsch-looking boyfriend. Definitely a little suspicious there. The trailer finally gives us what we've all been waiting for and shows us Anna Faris and Regina Hall getting to share what is likely their first scene together in the movie. This to me is another great example of the humor targeting everyone across the board. Also, can we please talk about the mantle there that currently holds a bong trophy, a whole jar of weed, and a plaque that reads Shorty Meeks Memorial Theater? This is very clearly Shorty's house and a parody of the Scream 2022 scene to discuss who the killer is.
You got stabbed a billion times, got dumped by your famous wife, and crawled into a bottle.
You be nice to Dewey.
Well, maybe you're the killer. Because that cut deep.
While I'm of course suspicious of that Jack Quaid wannabe, I wonder if Scary Movie 6 is going to hit on the trend of the most recent Scream films, where we're just packing in as many ghost faces as we possibly can to these stories. What if everybody is hilariously underneath the mask this time around? That's funny and pretty sharp. Dollar Store Richie Kirsch transforms into reduced Remick from Sinners here as he tries to get into the party to do some half-gay shit. Ray, of course, takes issue with that statement.
Why just half gay?
In a scene that I definitely definitely have to blur out, Cindy fights Ghostface with a bunch of dildos, and even sticks one down the ghost hole. I think this might be a parody of the butt plug fight sequence in Everything Everywhere All at Once from 2022, but I think it might just be a dumb little fight scene. Sometimes things are just as simple as that. Even Jordan Peele movies are on the chopping block here, as Ghostface sends Shorty to the sunken place with a cup of tea. A really nice detail about this goofy scene is all of the cotton surrounding the chair. If you remember from the breakout 2017 horror hit, Chris Washington, the main character of that one, played by Daniel Kaluuya, drowns out the sound of the teacup by picking out cotton from the chair and sticking it in his ear. This is clearly some sort of play on that. I wonder if Shorty will find jean jacket or maybe a red jumpsuit wearing doppelganger of himself down in this movie's version of the sunken place. Sherry O'Terry and Dave Sheridan are back as Gail Hailstorm and Doofy Gilmore. These legacy characters get a callback in for the new trailer where Gail sucks on his stink finger. It must feel pretty good because Doofy is visibly drooling. This movie clearly did not hold back. John Abrams returns from the original Scary Movie here too. After getting his face ripped off by Art the Clown in Terrifier 3, he's actually putting those little face muscles to good use here by doing some smiling. Cindy's sick of that shit already though and smacks him in the face with a bedpan. Hopefully it hadn't been used beforehand. Part of this movie clearly takes place on Halloween as trick-or-treaters race down the street T-posing at 2:17 a.m., giving me hope that Scary Movie 6 has an Aunt Gladys character in there somewhere. One of them, of course, gets hit by a car, and I'm actually kind of shocked that didn't happen in the 2025 Zach Cregger flick. Hanson returns from Scary Movie 2 and flips Gale the Bird using his strong hand. What is clearly a Longlegs parody looks to be one of the funniest sequences of the whole movie. Chris Elliott is so phenomenal in this role. I think he might be my favorite part of Scary Movie 2. I'm so goddamn glad they got him back for this one. Ghostface then injects another character with the stuff instead of the substance. I wonder if it tastes as good as the stuff from The Stuff, 1985. Delicious assimilating marshmallow fluff or not, I just really hope we get some goofy body horror here. The scene that had me the most hyped from the new trailer is a parody of Terrifier 3, where this movie's version of Art the Clown gives severed body parts to children, including a fucking nutsack. Speaking of that gory-ass franchise, a few of the cast members from that series can be seen here, like Felissa Rose and Michael Levy, completely disregarding the atrocities being committed by that jolly old clown. Michael Levy from Fuzz on the Lens Productions is of course Will the Exterminator, who gets his head sawn off by Art the Clown in the original film. Felissa Rose is that teacher who gets all angry at all the boys trying to poke all the maggots out of the possum behind the dumpster. She never actually fell victim to Art the Clown in Terrifier 2, but will she be safe here in Scary Movie 6? I don't know, man, but this version of Art the Clown also has a motherfucking chainsaw. Last but not least is a scene that actually wasn't a part of the trailer when we got to see it in theaters this past weekend. This was brand new for me at least. It's Cindy's daughter getting attacked by Ghostface at the Scream 5 hospital break room, and she calls for help. The doctors, who are currently taking their break, are not having it though.
Bitch! We on break!
During the Scream 7 premiere, they had a scene to cap off this trailer that was a little different. It was Shorty giving some flack towards Scream 6 because it didn't have Neve Campbell in it. That immediately led into the movie, which was actually really cool. Man, this is such a delight to see this franchise back on the right foot. After Scary Movie 5 shit the bed in the early 2010s, I really thought this franchise was done for good. This trailer proves that somehow the Wayans have brought this series back to life and have even injected some fresh commentary and ideas into this one based on the current state of the genre. Admittedly, there are some pros and cons to think about here though. This film is going to be packed to the gills with jokes on every trend in the genre, from art house A24 flicks that dominated the late 2010s to the convoluted requel sequels of the 2020s. For that reason, I wouldn't expect a Scary Movie 7 anytime soon. I mean, there's not really a whole lot else to make jokes about. Scary Movie 6 seems to have covered it all. That's not necessarily such a bad thing though. I think that speaks to the overall quality of this film, and me personally, I'm a quality over quantity guy. I mean, look at what's happened to the Scream franchise after 3 movies back to back to back. The good news for folks who are already going to be wanting more though is that Marlon Wayans has promised that a follow-up to Scary Movie 6, if it's successful, will be White Chicks 2. Marlon Wayans stated on a podcast recently that they would bring back some hits if this one was well received. Ugh, my 2000s movie loving heart is just so full right now. Personally, I think Scary Movie 6 is going to be the best Ghostface film of the year, but what do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments below. Thank you all so much for watching. Please subscribe, and as always, don't forget to kill it out there, y'all.